What's up, Facebook? I know. Not a stranger. I mean, I'm not a ghost. It's me. Uh, I got a few more of these to do before but no, not really for nothing. I just got a few more to do. And there's a lot of things been happening. I know it's been a minute since I've gone live on my page. Y'all, I've been grinding, trying to get some stuff done. But you know what? 2025 will be here. Woo! And so, but anyway, I'm gonna make this quick. I have two topics I want to go over really quickly. First one, um, if you don't get it now, please like, share, and subscribe. Please go to my YouTube channel, like, share, and subscribe, because I think after this year you won't be seeing me that much, like in person on this page. I'll be strictly on my YouTube channel, putting in that work, trying to get it in. So hope y'all enjoy this last few months I have on this Facebook page, meaning doing lives. I'm going to continue to put up my little memes and stuff and all that, but as far as like going live on Facebook, I'm taking my business elsewhere, or to a place that actually, hell, uh, drum up some business. I want to say this really quickly. Two things, two topics. Please like, share, and subscribe. Everything else is in the description box here. Look, I know some of us, some of us been paying attention to a lot of things that's going on in social media in real life. And this campaign is really bringing everybody out. One thing about this campaign season with this particular woman in the race, whew, the foolishness is never ending. And I hope y'all are seeing all the stuff that I'm seeing. But I love those of you who support her. You're gonna pretend y'all don't see what the rest of us see. So I'm not even gonna waste my time try to convince y'all that y'all too have 2020 vision. But I want to say this: these celebrities that she keeps bringing out, or the Democratic National Committee (DNC) continues to bring out to support her, and as soon as they get on the stage or get in the video, the only group they want to talk about is black men. And I don't know why y'all keep doing that, because we're gonna get on y'all ass immediately. Because one thing about it, whoever else is next after this person I'm about to talk about, you gonna get ready. You get your ass ready for this smoke too. And so one thing I want to say is I'm proud of the brothers who've been coming out whenever they have some side eye to say about us, because we're not voting for Kamala Harris. We're not voting for Democrats this November and beyond. You can't tell us what to do. You're not our mothers. You're not our fathers. We already had to get on Maxine Waters' old ass. We already had to get on Joy Reid and cross-eyed Tiffany Cross. We had to get on Angela Rye and the Breakfast Club. We had to get on everybody's ass. And one thing about us having these platforms, you can't say nothing to get away with it. So somebody did not give Magic Johnson, someone, hey, Patrick Cooper, what's up, my man? Obviously, somebody didn't pass the note on to Tony Robertson, what's up? Somebody didn't pass this message on to Magic Johnson. He had the audacity to get up before a crowd recently in Michigan. It's okay, he can stomp for the counterfeit candidate Kamala Harlot if he wants to, the little weird ass. Anyway. But Magic Johnson, you know what he said? Well, we want everybody to get out there and raise your. I want to say this to black men. Black men, y'all make sure we got to get them out there to vote. Black men, y'all get out there. We need to get all y'all. Y'all get them out there. Y'all get black men out there to vote. And when they get out there and vote, give them the vote for Kamala Harris. You know what? And he said other things that I was not a fan of. And so I want to say this to you, Magic Johnson. You are in no position to lecture black men about anything. Sir, do you see what you raised? You ain't know how to raise black men. Your son wears a bigger pump, goddamn it, than RuPaul. You raised a what's called a Donna, a son daughter, or whatever that is. Are you gonna try to have a lecture for black men about how we should vote? Who told people that they had the authority to do that? Y'all can vote for this broad all you want to, but we don't have to. Heterosexual black men, masculine black men, we don't have to vote for her because we use our brains. We know about politics. We don't have to vote for this bitch. But y'all can vote for her. Fine. Go ahead. But I don't like it when you D.L. Hughley, Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley, and then old fat ass Window Pierce, he gonna get his funk ass on there talking about some black men. Obviously, y'all are intimidated by a woman in power. Window Pierce, take your fat ass back to where you from? From Waiting to Exhale, and take your fat ass back to the Treme. What the fuck you talking about? Keep your mouth off black men, fellas, if you don't want this work. It's not just me, it's an army of us getting on y'all ass. We do not have to vote for her. We already told y'all, started in 2012, we had jumped off that Democratic plantation. You can't shame us. You can't guilt us. Wait a minute, y'all. Every time I start getting on these folks' ass, to voting for somebody we already told you we're not going to vote for. It doesn't matter who we vote for. We're not voting for her. You can't tell us who we gonna vote for. You don't know what we gonna do. Some of us might just stay home. A lot of us might just stay home. So again, you can push your candidate, but you don't have the right to push your candidate on us. And you don't have the right to insinuate that we're unintelligent enough to make sound decisions politically about our votes. I don't know what I really don't understand where this arrogance and this narcissism is coming from. Y'all don't own black men. You don't. We keep telling y'all. Even if this broad wins, we still not gonna fuck with the Democratic Party. We're done. I know I'm done. I've been done. Been over it. So I'm gonna let that go. But Magic Johnson, let me tell you something, Magic Johnson. You just become able to pronounce basketball. For years, even in the 70s and 80s when you were playing, you were saying basketball. Well, all we do is pass the basketball. I pass it to my partner, and we just plays basketball. Now, all of a sudden, you took that contract to say you had eight. Let me stop right there. Allegedly, you know, 'cause you're the healthiest age survivor I've ever seen. Then all of a sudden, you couldn't hardly spell magic. You couldn't spell Julius. That's why you call yourself Magic. It's shorter words. All of a sudden, you became this billionaire, and you can even pronounce the word basketball. But I'm just saying, Magic, you don't want this smoke, sir. Stay in your lane. What's up? Just keep your ass over there, Magic. Stay over there. You can stay in the counterfeit Kamala camp. But keep black men, heterosexual, masculine black men who know who they want to vote for. Free thinking, independent black men, who they want to vote for. Keep our group out your mouth. All right, let me go to my second topic. For those of you who missed what I just said about Magic Johnson on weird ass, just listen to the playback. Number two, I don't know if y'all been keeping up. No, I see a whole lot of stuff, and I write down things I want to talk about because so many things happen. By the way, what y'all think about Kamala Harris giving these folks $750? Their houses are underwater. Cars are floating past their front porches. This broad to some $750. Okay. You know, I was raised by my Indian mother, and we had $7.50, and so okay, but we made okay. Weirdo. If y'all vote for that, gotta be kidding me. Yeah. And the old man Dementia Joe just promised Ukraine $8 billion. But these folks, Americans, you want to give Americans who are facing a natural disaster $750 because you gave all our money to Ukraine. You gave all the billions of dollars to illegal migrants. You gave all the billions of dollars to Israel and Jews and Asians. You gave Asians $26 billion last year. But they would come to Americans who really need that money $750. That's who y'all gonna vote for? Okay. Let me move on to my next topic. On the campus of Florida A&M University, there's a young woman who's a transfer. She's a senior this year. Her name is Sharice Lane, and she's on Instagram. Not a very attractive young woman, and she is a conservative. She's a Republican, and she is in the process of revitalizing or restarting the college Republican Party on the campus of FAMU. A lot of people are under the impression that it was something brand new, but I think it has been inactive for the past 20 years. And so she has transferred in, and when she first started doing it, she couldn't find an advisor. No one would be her advisor, no faculty member, nobody would be her advisor. Then she and she said she asked about 6 people on the faculty if they would be an advisor, because you know you need an advisor in order to start an organization on campus. And so I guess they were like, no, we don't want no Republicans. We don't want no Republicans. I get it. Well, her story went national or went viral on social media, and the comments were amazing, but very predictable. I, for one, let her know that I was proud of her, and I'm glad that she's bringing another voice to this HBCUs. Because we're going to have to go ahead and be honest. I've seen it for 20 years. But a lot of people don't want to admit this. HBCUs have become like NAACP. They're like breeding grounds. They're like the factories for the Democratic Party. It's like, if you're black, you're supposed to be a Democrat. There's nothing else. And that's so, hold on a second. To think that way is very unintelligent. I thought HBCUs were a place where diverse voices were allowed. I thought at an HBCU, all black folks were allowed, unless you're Republican. And so she caught a lot of flack and being accused of all kinds of chicanery and being a Benedict Arnold, and I'm putting it nicely. And all these people coming up their scenarios. So she's going to bring a group here that really hates black people and all that and blah, blah, blah. I was like, that campus needs a Republican Party and it needs an independent party. And I hope what she's doing, I hope it spreads to all 100 HBCUs because for far too long, it has been the assumption or the expectation that everybody who attends an HBCU that's black, you're supposed to be a Democrat. Now, that's the silliness on the part of a lot of us. Design, what's up, man? So, I remember when I was a student at my beloved Grambling State University. Shout out to the Gramblinites who are in the room right now, who are in the chat. You know, one thing I appreciated about being at Grambling when I was there in the 90s, because there were so many different people at our university. I loved it. And let me tell y'all something. HBCUs were popping all the way up until 98 or 99. And after then, those voices left. What I loved about Grambling so much is that we had a wide array of voices. We had people like groups like Sons and Daughters of Imhotep. What else? Let me slow down. Let me show y'all. Sons and Daughters of Imhotep, Gods and Goddesses of the Earth. You had Nation of Islam Student Association. You had the Clarence and 13X 5% Nation of Islam. You had the Christian groups, which you had the fraternities, you had the sororities, and you had, who else? There were Democrats. There was 2 Republicans that I can name. I'm not going to name it. There's only 2 people out loud who said out loud that they were Republicans. And they went on to live successful lives out here. And what else we had? I don't know. Independent wasn't really something that was said, but there were a lot of voices there. And, and they also had revolutionaries there. You had yours truly there. And with all that going on, oh yeah, you had the non-Greek organizations like Groove, Phi Groove. You had Phi Mu Alpha. That was a voice. The band fraternity, Tau Beta Sigma, and the Silver Dogs and KK Psi. It was so many people there, so many voices. So it was so diverse. But you know, at that time, we gave the university pure hell. People like me and members of the Unity Committee, people who were like sons and daughters of Imhotep, gods and goddesses of the earth. We gave the administration hell because we were the voices that stood up and stood out. Those other groups, they were there, but they didn't speak up about anything. Sorry, Black Greeks, y'all didn't talk about shit. But we appreciate you though, because the parties wouldn't have been as fire if y'all weren't there. Shoot, we need the Black Greeks at these HBCUs. The parties are fire. Let me see, which parties do I enjoy the most? Damn. It's a toss-up between the Kappas and the Qs. You know, the Kappas, at the Kappa party, we went and we had to dress up nice. But at the Qs, we came in there sweating because they was sweating their asses off. How could, all in the Renaissance. You know, one thing was so amazing about this, brothers, they shout out to Gamma Gamma. And the Kappas are Gamma Psi. One of them. But shout out to both of those chapters. You know, at the Qs, now, you know, the Renaissance can only fit probably 100 people, but it'd be 200, no, 300 of us in there at a time. And they've still found room to stroll and to step and hop and all. I said, God damn, you got to be 19 and 20 years old to put up this shit. Whew. But anyway, so what I'm saying is, you know, voices, all voices should be allowed. But one thing about it, all those people who complain about this sister, because she was a Republican, and this is what's happened to the HBCUs. They don't want to hear any voices unless unless they're Greeks or unless they're LGBT. Did y'all know that? On all these HBCUs, there are no militant or revolutionary voices. Just a bunch of chicks, LGBT, and Black Greeks. That's all in these HBCUs. Even in my very own Grambling, there are no voices there. I talked to a woman the other night who's a current student. When I said the word revolutionary or labeled militant or someone who spoke out at the university, she didn't know what any of that meant. Because like I said, after we all graduated, I left in 96 in my master's. I was out of there. And after that, I think, and see, Dennis Sperling left in 97. I think after him and after like 98, it was over. The administration had the school all to itself, and look at it. There are no voices, unless you're talking about Greek and you're talking about LGBT, feminism. That's all at these HBCUs. That's why nothing's really happening. And I look around, I say, God damn, I would love to be a student right now. It'd be some mad mother love us. If I were a student at HBCU, hell, if I was a faculty, these motherfuckers would be mad. Y'all think the young woman creating a Republican party on there piss y'all off. Like the first Batman, where do y'all get a load of me? But I'm not but I'm not a student. I'm not on anybody's campus working. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not crazy, but I be wanting the world to get out so bad, I lose my job on campus just to shake that motherfucker up, even just for a month. Because my goal is to teach the students. It is because of your presence that allows the president to have a job. And your VP for student affairs, academic affairs, provost, your dean, everybody there is because of students. And nobody's telling the students that. And so with that young woman there, starting the Republican Party, they're at FAMU. And by the way, she just did an update. She just took a picture with the interim president. And also, I think last week, there were some people who signed up to be an advisor because they knew they were wrong. And the students, they just kind of silly. They so democratically hypnotized that they don't know logic if it bit them on their ass. Talking all this foolishness. Nobody cares about what how you lean politically. It is appropriate to have all voices. If y'all gonna have the LGBT voice there, if y'all gonna have the Greek voices there, you should have some militant voices there, but at least it should be some independent voices, and there should be some Republican voices, along with the automatic Democratic voices. So shout out to Miss Sharice Lane. Keep up the good work, and I hope this spreads to all of the HBCUs. But anyway, Shaman Rico, I hope I didn't leave anything out. Yeah, y'all be cool. Like, share, subscribe, log on, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Rico the Opinionist, and I'll talk to y'all in the future. Y'all be cool. Peace.